Donna Bibbo, manager of fleet and travel for Novo Nordisk Inc., talks about how she reduced her fleet's carbon footprint by 25% in a little over 2 years.
I have a pharmaceutical fleet in the U.S. and Canada. I have about 2,600 vehicles in the U.S., consisting mostly of passenger medium-sized SUVs and sedans, and about 140 cars in Canada. Novo Nordisk as a company operates on what we call a triple bottom line philosophy. And we not only want to be fiscally responsible to our shareholders, we want to be socially responsible to the patients we're serving and our employees, and we want to be environmentally responsible. We're looking to reduce our carbon footprint by 5% each year for the next 5 years. So now we had to do a baseline, and then we're 2 years into that. The hard part is they want to make the employees happy, so I want my drivers to be happy with their car they're driving. They do need to have a little bit larger car because insulin needs to be kept cool, so they're carrying coolers around with them, so they do need a mid-size SUV. And a lot of them, this is their only car, and they use it as a family car too. So while it's a real hard balancing act, we want to make the drivers happy, we want to meet our goals. What we found was if you offer them the larger cars, even though they say they're willing to be environmentally responsible, if it's dangled in front of them, they'll take the big one every time. So what we've done is we've moved from offering them a large variety of vehicles and hoping that the smaller, more environmentally friendly ones, which we've loaded to the gills so that they're more attractive, we've reduced the larger vehicles. We started out last year by taking out minivans. So we decided to take it a step further this year and take out the larger SUVs. But we didn't want to take them away totally, so we created another class of selector, which we call the work-life balance selector. And in order to get a car from the work-life balance selector, you have to pay a larger personal use charge. So whereas now we charge them $40 a paycheck for a regular car, if you take a work-life balance car, you have to pay $75. And we thought that this would discourage the people who don't really need that large SUV from taking it just because it was there. Rather than to focus on green meaning hybrid, green means environmentally friendly. So we're looking at vehicles that get better MPG, miles per gallon. We're looking at 4-cylinder engines instead of 6-cylinder engines and those kinds of things. Interestingly enough, what happened, we were making good progress toward our goal, and then gas went up to $4 a gallon. And what we noticed was our drivers were also driving their company car 21% more miles. Because what we figured was, gas is expensive, the company pays for gas, we'll use our company car for all of our personal driving. So that really threw a monkey wrench into our progress. As soon as the price of gas came down, they started driving less again. And we've met our goal. The other problem we faced was we're also growing. When I started 3 years ago, we had a fleet of 1,600. So in the last 3 years, I've added 1,000 cars. So now how we're calculating our baseline is the average CO2 emissions per car rather than over the entire fleet. And we have reduced our emissions by 25% over the last 2 years.